Welcome to another Mickey's Roundtable adventure where we explore everything Disney, one themed adventure at a time. For this episode, I headed over to Disney's Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World to see It's Tough to Be a Bug. The crickets all agree you're not going to want to miss this exciting Mickey's Roundtable adventure. As you enter Animal Kingdom, you'll head down towards the Tree of Life. It's the centerpiece, the main icon of the park. And as you're heading down to it, you head off to the right-hand side. You're going to find the entrance to the It's Tough to Be a Bug show. The It's Tough to Be a Bug show opened with the park April 22nd, 1998, Earth Day. A Bug's Life was Pixar Animation Studios' second feature film following Toy Story.
This is it! This is Ant Island!
The attraction and the park actually opened up before Bug's Life was released in theaters. Generally not a very good idea, but I think it worked out in this instance. In the movie A Bug's Life, the story primarily takes place in an ant colony underneath a large tree. Similarly, the attraction It's Tough to Be a Bug takes place inside the Tree of Life. And it's really cool. As you go in the entrance queue, you take these paths and they wind around down and you go get closer and closer to the tree and it gets bigger and bigger. You go down through tunnels, caves, and the roots get bigger and everything around you gets bigger. I think they do a better job at making you feel like you're being shrunk down than any attraction that Disney has ever done, at least any that I've ever seen. It's just gradual, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're down inside there and the roots are ginormous and the tree is ginormous. It is anyway, but you're right up next to it. As you head on into the waiting area, the lobby, if you will, you collect your 3D glasses and become an honorary bug. And on my honor as an honorary bug, I will return these next time I go back to Animal Kingdom. I wanted to use them for the video here, but I will return them. So as you wait for the show to start, there are posters, not unlike this one, advertising different Broadway type shows, but all starring bugs. So there's Auntie instead of Annie and things like that. And it's just kind of fun theming, but it feels like you're in an anthill. Really cool. Like a lot of Disney shows, most Disney shows, maybe all Disney shows, they exit folks out of the theater and then the doors open up and you enter the theater. So there are people exiting while you're coming in. You move all the way across the row and you find your seat, and then the show starts. It features a 3D film as well as animatronics and other effects throughout the entire film.
Refrain from buzzing, stinging, and pollinating. And no chirping. Thank you. And now, put your wings together for the host of our show, everyone's favorite ant, Flick.
The show stars Flick. Like A Bug's Life also stars Flick.
Perfect. Oh, and hi, hello, and welcome. Welcome to our show. You know, we've been doing this act for over 300 million years.
They start out featuring 3 different insects, a spider, an arachnid, and a stink bug, and a bug that shoots acid. And they explain how various insects will use natural defense mechanisms to protect themselves.
Flick, what are these humans wearing on their heads?
I made them honorary bugs.
Honorary what? They're our biggest enemy.
The main villain of the show suddenly appears, also the main villain from A Bug's Life, who I think is one of the coolest villains of all time, Hopper. This is where the show does get scary. It is going to be scary for young kids. I think there's probably even some adults that get scared. Personally, I don't mind the idea of scaring kids because I myself, I was traumatized by Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I still hear about it today, some 50 years later, after my twin brother and I had to be removed from the theater. We were crying too much. That chocolate tunnel scene and chocolate river.
That's the sailor's way.
Going too fast. We're gonna sink. I know it. Fly the fish off the boat.
Faster!
Hang on, darling, just close your eyes and hang on tight.
Oh, nightmares still. Not really. But so like it will be scary. So just be warned about that if you do decide to go into the show and you take your small kids. This is where that happens. So they explain natural defense mechanisms used by bugs. Hopper explains how humans are a danger to insects. That's the scary part. And then the last part explains how bugs, insects, are helpful to humans.
We're pollinators! We're pollinators!
They pollinate flowers and food supplies and other useful things. The dung beetle is not just a joke you can use at parties.
Your attention, please. We ask that all honorary bugs remain seated so the beetles, maggots, and cockroaches may exit safely. At this time, gather up your personal belongings and take your small grubs by their grubby little hands as you exit. Thank you.
Once you exit the theater, that's when you're supposed to return your 3D glasses. You put them in a bin like any of the other 3D shows. From there, I was pretty much done with my Bugs Adventure. There's not a whole lot at Disney World or any Disney parks that I'm aware of outside of Florida that has anything that is Bugs Life related. They used to have a meet and greet at the Tree of Life with Flick and Princess Ada. I've never gotten to do that except every year for Earth Day, Earth Week, they will have a number of different unique character engagements, meet and greets. And just last year, a couple years ago, I headed over there several different days to try and get different characters, unique characters. I wanted to get a picture with Flick. I did not get a picture with Flick, but I did get a picture with Princess Ada. I hope they continue to do that in the future. I would love to get a picture with Baloo and Flick, and there's a number of other unique characters that I have not gotten a chance to get a meet and greet photo with. But so you can't do that on a regular basis, but maybe if you're lucky, if it's at Earth Week or whatever, you might get to meet Princess Ada or Flick. It's Tough to Be a Bug also was out in California at Disneyland at the Disney's California Adventure Park. It has since been removed and the area rethemed to the Avengers campus. The building where It's Tough to Be a Bug was is now the Spider-Man Web Slingers ride. I actually like Bug's Life and It's Tough to Be a Bug better. I would love to see them do that next to the Tree of Life on the backside. You do a Flicks Flyer and you do a little mini Bugs Land. Of course, that will never happen because It's Tough to Be a Bug is going to be removed. I don't think we have a time frame other than sometime next year, 2025. It is slated to become Zootopia, Stronger Together. I think that's the title, something like that. We'll see. I think it's a beautiful fit, having a Bug's Life, and It's Tough to Be a Bug specifically, having that show in there, again, for that entry queue and going down and feeling like you're actually in a tree and in an ant colony, and you get to watch the show. How they're going to fit Zootopia, which is about a modern city with trains and buses and high-rise buildings and skyscrapers. Does that really fit the aesthetic? And Zootopia, even though it stars animals, the story is not really about animals. It's human stories, and you might as well put Chicken Little or DuckTales. Oh, I'd love that. Or Mickey Mouse in there. They're all animals, right? So we'll see what the storyline of the new show actually is and what they do with it, but I don't have a whole lot of faith in it. Love A Bug's Life, and It's Tough to Be a Bug. But I decided, since there was just that one thing for this video, I would explore Discovery Island a little bit more. That's where the Tree of Life is when you come into Animal Kingdom. There's that main central area, kind of like the hub at Magic Kingdom. It features the Tree of Life. And then off of Discovery Island is each of the other main lands in Animal Kingdom. So going counterclockwise, so when you come in the park, there's the Tree of Life. You go to the right, you'll find the entrance to Dino Land USA, then Asia, then there's Africa, and then over on the other side is Pandora, the world of Avatar. Also on Discovery Island, there's a couple of different meet and greets. Doug and Russell from the movie Up, they meet there. That's always a fun meet and greet. And then Mickey and Minnie have a meet and greet as well. They did a little bird show as well, and I just kept catching the end of it. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to wait around and come back when they said the next show is going to be. And so I had a little time to kill, so I thought, let me get something to eat. There's a few food options there on Discovery Island, including Creature Comforts. That's the Starbucks location at Animal Kingdom. There's Pizzafari. There's Tiffin's. That's the fine dining, sit down, need a reservation restaurant. I've never eaten there. One of these days I probably will. And then I opted for the Flame Tree Barbecue. One of my favorites there at Animal Kingdom. Actually, I think I've got 3 favorites, but that's one of them. And so I ate there. There's a lot of different options for seating, and it's all outdoors, but some of it's covered, some of it's not covered. I always like to sit down on the lakeside where really nice views of Expedition Everest are. Anyway, I enjoyed my meal there before heading on over back to the front of the Tree of Life to catch the bird show. It was very brief, it was very quick. I think it was just a teaser for the bird show that they have over at the Asia area. All these parrots, macaws come flying in and they tell you a little bit about them.
There are fewer than 600 of these red-scrubbed macaws left out in the wild.
I'm glad I caught that before heading out. There are the 2 main gift shops for Animal Kingdom right there at the park entrance. Kind of think like Main Street USA again at Magic Kingdom, similarity to that. What I noticed, of course, there's not going to be any Bugs Life merchandise anywhere. I didn't see any Zootopia merchandise either. Kind of odd since that's what they want to put into the park there. Anyway, that's it for this particular Mickey's Roundtable adventure. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time. That's it for this Mickey's Roundtable adventure. I didn't know how to end that for a second, but I wrapped it up, didn't I?